What's going on, ScreenRant? It's Liam Crowley at South by Southwest with the cast and crew of Fantasy Life. Guys, thanks so much for stopping by today.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Absolutely. So, Matthew, I want to start with you. This film is it's very personal for you. I know you're drawing a lot from your own experiences. How difficult is it to kind of put yourself out there, the vulnerability aspect of it when you're, drawing from your own personal experiences for your art? Can you kind of walk me through your headspace to developing that?
Sure. I like that focus is what's kind of more natural to me is like,
admitting that you have anti-Semitic intrusive thoughts.
Wow.
I haven't said that publicly. The personal to me is like what I tend to love about movies. When you really feel a perspective. And so that's kind of what I led with. And, the challenge is sort of like for me, it was like finding the pattern in the script so that it's like dramatic and interesting, because personal experience isn't always interesting.
Well, the dramatization helps make it all the more interesting, all the more entertaining. Amanda, I know you're producing on this film as well. What about this story made you want to wear multiple hats?
I just love the script so much. And it's really hard shooting on such a tiny budget and in New York City. And so, I was really excited to help Matthew in any way I could and call my friends who are actors, including Alessandro, who I've always admired and have known since the 90s. It's really upsetting. And so, that's all I did is I just, called some of my actor friends and, talked a lot to Matthew about being an insecure middle-aged actress.
Where in New York did you guys
absorbed
shoot?
It. Sorry?
Where in New York did you guys shoot?
We shot...
In the city.
Proper, like Manhattan?
Yeah, like we shot a lot on the Upper West Side.
Nice.
Some in Astoria, Queens, where I lived for a long time. I'll just say about Amanda as a producer, it kind of was something that organically started to happen because she was just so helpful to me. And I felt compelled to just try and give her some credit for that, both on the creative side with the script. And then she would call Bob Balaban to tell him to read my script. And I just was stunned. So it was like a huge advantage for the movie.
Absolutely. Alessandro, your character is kind of caught in between some tension in this film. What was it like building that dynamic with Amanda?
Well, I mean, it was all there in the script. And as far as playing the scenes go, we've known each other forever, so it was easy and fun. All the actors in it were kind of brilliant legends, and Judd Hirsch plays my dad, and Bob Balaban plays her dad. And but in terms of playing the scenes, I guess I don't know. Did we talk about it that much? We didn't really talk about it that much. It was just kind of. It was all kind of there on the page, and the dynamic between them, the characters, the situations, the moments that they are grappling with in their lives are all, were very familiar to us and absurd and kind of heartbreaking all at once.
And Matthew, you're directing and starring in this project. At what point in development did you know that you wanted to portray the role?
So the first effort that I put into this was to write the script, and I developed this character of Sam, and for a long time I didn't know that it was I knew that he was kind of like me, but I didn't know that I wanted to play him. I just sort of like from the trauma of being an actor, like I didn't want to audition for myself. And, you know, finally, it was really my wife, Sarah, who was like, don't be an idiot. Like, you are made for this part. And so I just kind of started to own it.
And Amanda, Diane is a character that is much more layered than just, you know, the object of affection for the supporting characters. What was the journey like for you to kind of finding the root of who she is as a person, finding her heart, if you will?
Again, I feel like it was on the page, you know, from the beginning. I just, I love the fact that the two characters connect over their mental illness issues, but that Matthew dealt with that lightly and with humor. And yeah, like I loved the explosive all family scene where we're all at the dinner table and she has her sort of final or very huge public meltdown. Yeah, it wasn't that hard, honestly. Like, I'm a middle-aged lady with 3 kids who, like, you know, wants to keep acting, and yeah. So it was very personal to me when I read it. I related to it immediately.
I love that. This is a standalone film, but Alessandro, you're no stranger to bigger franchises. I know you got Downton Abbey on your docket pretty soon, and this is where we're like saying goodbye to the franchise, if I'm not mistaken. What was it like for you to kind of join that franchise at this point, and what can you tease us about your character?
Answer in an English accent.
No, I don't play a Brit.
What?
For once, I'm not playing a Brit in Downton Abbey.
He plays Jews and Brits. Pretty
or
much.
British Jews.
Exclusively, exactly.
In the case of disobedience. Well, it was, I guess on, on paper, it's a tricky ask to come into that cast because they've all been working together for 15 years and they are like a family. But I had the benefit of having my own personal history with a lot of the people who were in it. Hugh Bonneville was in Mansfield Park with me back 20-some years ago. Dominic West is an old family friend and had starred in my wife's series that she directed, The Pursuit of Love. And then Paul Giamatti, who I really have a double act with in the movie. I've known since I was about 17. I was an undergrad at Yale when he was at the Yale School of Drama, and we were in a bunch of plays together. And then his kids went to the same school as my kids. And so we've just known each other a long time. And then on top of all that, we both played the Rhino in 2 different Marvel movies.
You did? Oh my God! You just like sparked that thought for me. Wow. Yeah.
It really was kind of, it was joyful, kind of entering into that world with them, and I really will be executed if I tell you anything too revealing. But yeah, Paul and I are both Americans. He's the brother of Elizabeth McGovern's character, Cora, and lives in New York. And I'm one of his kind of, carousing, drinking buddies. And we come back to the house at the beginning of the movie, and can't tell you more than that.
Okay, well, we'll have to stay tuned. Lots to look forward to, obviously, including Fantasy Life coming up very soon. And you guys are premiering it tonight at South by, so I hope it's a great experience there. And I'm very excited for audiences to check it out.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.